Hello again, and welcome back to Storytime with Mary's Child Development Series. We're continuing our conversation with Baba Darzi, who is a clinical psychologist from Hearts and Minds Aloud. Baba has been helping us to get deep into the minds of children and to understand our children better. Hi, Baba, how are you?
Hello, Mary. I'm very well. How are you, Mary?
I'm doing really good, thanks. And I'm really excited because today we want to talk about play, and who doesn't love playing? We're really keen on children learning here at Storytime with Mary and learning through reading, and we appreciate the importance of that. But as they say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So children need to play. And Baba, I want to talk to you a bit about how playing helps with the emotional and mental well-being of our children.
Thank you, Mary. It's great that we're exploring the value of play again. You know, we spoke about how children learn through play, and it's a very strategic way for children to learn. But beyond that, it also does a lot for their emotional development and mental health. And children play differently at different ages. Okay, when they are much younger or they're babies, of course, kicking and playing with them rattles and all of that, you know, is their own way, and they do it alone. But of course, if a parent or a guardian came along and tried to, you know, shake the rattle in front of them, it will engage them in a different way. That's a way to bond with, you know, the other person who's joining them in play. So it's a great way to bond with them. And then as they begin to grow, you know, as toddlers, it becomes really helpful when the child can play alone. You know, I think it's called solitary play. That's a great sign of, you know, being a great sign of independence, the child building independence. And, you know, it's a great place to start emotional regulation, right? Because the child is able to sort of manage their emotions, control them better. It's a good place, okay? And so once the parent sees it, they can also encourage the child along this path of play, okay? When children start playing with other people or in groups also, again, it's a great avenue for connection for children to assert themselves. Okay, if they're given certain roles during play, they're able to execute those roles very well, and they build confidence. So these are some of the, you know, a few of the ways that children develop emotionally through play.
Perfect. And I think obviously play is really important. And having two young children myself, Chloe, who's the older one, doesn't really like playing on her own. So we try and encourage her to play by herself, because I completely appreciate it will definitely encourage independence and helping children to become more independent when they're playing by themselves. So Baba, can we dig a bit deeper though into the different kinds of play? Because I know the importance of playing alone and playing with other children, but how does it help or benefit children mentally and emotionally, you know, the different kinds of play?
Attention-wise, for example, if children are playing alone, let's say they're playing a puzzle, okay, or something that requires fine motor skills and requires a lot of attention, okay, they're able to build that skill, okay, they're able to focus a bit better and their attention is developed. It also helps children develop a lot of self-confidence, okay, being able to, let's say, go through a task on their own. It might take a long time, but being able to go through that task and go through it successfully builds confidence, okay? So that's a child playing alone. Now, let's say there's a similar task that requires two people, or if your child is able to enlist the help of a friend and complete that task together. Yes, it's not, you know, it's a different kind of pride from when they do it on their own. There's also a sense of partnership. There's the sense of achievements is there, but there's a sense of partnership as well. And it's a great way for children to start building social skills in groups. Okay, when children are playing alongside each other, for example, if they are in a make-believe choir, or they're in a group that's where each child is playing a different instrument. Okay, that's the child or all the children trying to learn harmony in one way or another, because every person's role is important. Okay, so there are different labels for these kinds of play: parallel play, social play, and all of that. But at the end of the day, I guess each and every one of them have one of these goals embedded in that type of play. So if we're not being technical about it and we look at their value, is more building social skills, building confidence, building verbal and non-verbal skills, you know, and the different abilities that the child could have that do not necessarily manifest in the classroom.
Perfect, Baba. So in a nutshell, we're trying to encourage our children to play more socially. by themselves or with other people. And
Exactly.
it sounds really simple when you say it, but it's really, really important. We know that, you know, kids love playing and we should encourage that. So thank you, Baba. Is there anything you want to add before we go? This was a good one because we know that we're really keen on children learning, but we need to sometimes give them a break and let them play as well. So Baba, is there anything you want to add?
You just said that, and I will reiterate it and say play is extremely important. Sometimes you feel like you can never have enough of it because most of the time parents think about it in terms of its recreational value, but it has real value also in terms of education, in terms of development, emotional, mental development, social development. So yes, its value cannot be overemphasized, and parents should encourage it as much as they can.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Baba. Yes, and we will definitely be encouraging more play in my house too. Thank you. It's been great as always. You know, I love chatting to you. These are such important conversations that we're having. And we'll talk again next time. Bye.